for those larger expenses, how do you kind of help people separate that from their average expenses? Like obviously they know, if they're going through and they're journaling, they're making sense of it. They know every month kind of what each month to month looks like. For
Yeah.
these larger expenses, how are you kind of how is that how do you differentiate the buckets there?
Right, right. That's exactly right. How do you differentiate the buckets? You said it exactly right. Because at the end of the day, a bill gets paid and it typically goes through the account that you're keeping track of for your regular spending. So the one thing I always say, whether you're on track or getting back on track or you've never done this before, is you just go through what you spent in a month and you can pull out why was this month so out of the character. So if you normally spend 5,000 a month and you spent 7, why did I spend that extra 2,000? And so that's one way to go back and find something to look for instead of going looking at every line over every 30-day period over every month. You're just going back, all right, well, I've isolated one is the month I need to go back and look at. And so that's, I think, where you want to do that is you also know, I bought a new car, or in my case, I was working on the fridge. So I know I had these larger expenses that started very late August, maybe September, and ran through the end of the year. And now there's a few more smaller, but larger than usual. What's smaller than the big things that are kind of finishing out the job. So those are things that you can go back on and pull them out because you knew it was happening. And that's really, I think, at the end of the day, is you're just getting into the pattern. If you like what you heard and you need help writing your goals down and being accountable for them, go to gootfinancial.com, contact us, and set up a time to start a conversation, and we'll get you on your way.